Greetings everyone. Today's my topic is case study on dyslexia. Before going to my topic, just want to share what is case study. A case study has described as an intensive systematic investigation of a single individual, group, community or some other unit in which the researcher examines in-depth data relating to several variables. How to prepare the case study? First, you should read, analyze, and examine the case thoroughly, the topic which you have gone through. Focus your analysis. Identify at least 2 to 3 key problems that you have to cover in the case study. Now try to understand why these problems arise. What is the impact of these problems? And uncover possible solutions by reading experiences, outside research, and analysis. Select the best solution by looking for its pros and cons and checking whether the realistic it or not. So, now come to my topic. What is dyslexia? Dyslexia is an often misunderstood, confusing term for reading problems. The word dyslexia is made up of two different parts. Dys meaning not or difficult, and lexia meaning words, reading or language. So quite literally, dyslexia means difficulty with words. This term was coined by Katz and Kami in 2005. And in simple, dyslexia is a specific learning disability that is neurobiological in origin. It is characterized by difficulties with accurate or fluent word recognition and poor spelling and decoding abilities. The main issue what I found is dyslexia does not only cause difficulties in reading, but may also be manifested in challenging in spelling, verbal expression, speech, writing, and memorization. If a child is dyslexic, she or he most likely will show other warning signs besides having trouble with reading. As a child gets older, dyslexia can often look like difficulty spelling simple words, trouble learning the names or letters, problems telling apart letters with similar shapes such as D and B or P and Q, right? And trouble rhyming and reluctance to read aloud in class, trouble learning how sounds go together, mixing up the position of sounds in a word. And these are all the some discussions. It is neurobiological in origin, meaning that the problem is located physically in the brain. Dyslexia is not caused by poverty or developmental delay or speech or hearing impairments or learning a second language, although those conditions may put a child more at risk for developing a reading disability. Dyslexia does not only cause difficulties in reading, but may also be manifested in challenging in spelling, verbal expression, speech, writing, and memorization. Right? I already told you, if the child is dyslexic, she or he most likely will show their warning signs besides having trouble with reading. Again, they will often show decoding difficulties, meaning that their attempts to identify words they do not know will produce many errors. They will not be very accurate in using letter sound relationships in combination with context to identify unknown words. Unfortunately, recent research has shown that most research training programs, teacher training programs, are not teaching the science of reading, including early identification of children at risk for reading failures. Daily training in linguistic and oral skills, implicit instruction in letter sounds and syllables, and teaching phonics in a sequential order, that research has shown will be most beneficial to students. So, some tips to get along with dyslexic. The first thing is be supportive. Trouble learning to read may affect your child's self esteem. So, always be supportive, be motivating them. And talk to your child, sit with them, talk to them what is the real difficulty they are facing. Okay, and take steps to help your child learn at home, because home is the safest place where the child can speak to you, openly talk to you, right? And limit screen time. Stay in contact with your child's teacher. That's very important. How he is doing at the classroom, how he is mingling with other students. So keep in touch with their child's teacher. Join a support group. Maybe the dyslexic students, they have separate group, they have separate teachers. So you always join that support group and encourage them to be a normal child. Yes, so this is my case study, and I have research on what is dyslexia and what are the discussions had done by many researchers, and some tips to handle the dyslexic students. Thank you.